Okay, looks like his arms kind of come out from a weird angle.
They're
coming out from like below and to the side.
They're coming from his
It's
waist.
like little homunculus.
Yeah. God. But we are getting into this and spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Altitude in this best of 5 grand finals. We have the blue Zerg player representing Starlight Twinkle. It is Wayne.
And in the top right-hand corner of the map, playing for Blazer, looking very strong so far in the PvZ, but have to see what he can do against a very strong opponent here, as this is Krystianer.
Here we go. Now, we have been seeing a lot of Krystianer against Zerg players today, but as you mentioned before, are they really Zerg players? He's been up against the C Zerg players, and you know they are a certain kind of player, a certain breed of Zerg that Wayne may not be a part of, as we can see. Oh god.
Run, little probe. As he does get the full block, and he blocks that for a long time as well, but that's because it's a pull first, so both players kind of playing around with each other there a little bit, but the probe, at least, he gets to live. He saw some things, he got a bit bruised up, but he will be going on his merry way.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Wayne is one of the more aggressive Zerg players in Europe, maybe the most aggressive Zerg player in Europe. I know Bly had that for a long time, but Bly has since stepped away from the game for quite some time, so Wayne may have that mantle, and maybe Lorimbo.
Oh, that's what StarCraft's all about, huh?
What does he say? Hold on, I gotta... Where is it? It's
do you have it?
I'm fucking erect right now. This is what StarCraft is all about. Oh my god.
I feel like we should have to pay royalties for that, honestly.
We should.
But either way, we are going to be seeing a pretty early link speed coming out from Wayne. He has fully pulled out of gas behind that, so going to be looking to put on a little bit of pressure with some lings, but just droning hard behind it.
Yeah, exactly. So, as you mentioned earlier, things are popping off, right? With a faster pull, with a faster gas geyser, he has fast link speed, he has fast map control, more importantly. So, Krystianer is going to be stuck at home. Of course, he's still going for a Stargate opener, so a standard follow-up here from our Protoss player, Wayne. Despite having map control, we'll see what he can really make use of it, or how he can make use of it with this fast, earlier link speed.
Recall it. This guy's seen too much. He doesn't deserve to die. Oh, shoot.
He gets a full scout, once again confirms that no additional gases are being taken, and does he recall now?
Escape. Yeah, get out of there, little probe. Run! Run!
Link speed is about to kick in, so we'll see if the probe is
is
able to escape the clutches of the Zerg, or if Wayne can hunt and chase it down. Oracle is on the way, and the probe is going to make it back home.
I believe in this probe. Run for your life. You have so much mining to do.
You have so much work to do when you get home.
You're gonna be like, you won't believe the things I saw, and it's like, that's nice. Get back to work.
We don't pay you to talk, we pay you to work. God. But the probe...
Straight back at it, what a trooper.
Yeah,
definitely not an Australian probe.
Oh my The probe did have a long journey, did make it back home, gonna go back to mining. Oh my god. That's the second Stargate.
Oh. Okay. And Phoenix. Patty Mac.
Not quite the Paddy special, but the Oracle does get across the map. Is going to be harassing, is going to be containing his opponent, trying to keep tabs here on the droning as well of Wayne. And so far, it looks like we don't quite go for any kills yet here. It looks like, yeah, just forcing gas guys, is faking out his opponent. Looking at the vision of Wayne, he still hasn't gone into the main. He has no idea what the hell is going on.
Yeah, okay, so we are going to be just hiding the Phoenix and banking those up for now. This is very interesting. I want to see the DT try and go down behind this as well.
Show us the Patty Mac of old, Poppy. We want it. We want it. I mean, for now, just Phoenixes. With a high enough Phoenix count, of course, we can move out. We can shut down all of these Overlords. And there are a lot of Overlords exposed on the map. We can even dive on top of the Queens as well. So, yeah, this could be a little bit scary for Wayne if he isn't quite ready for this.
Yeah, the Overlords are being pulled back for now. Not sure if he saw something.
Yeah, I do wonder. So far, he hasn't even checked the third base location yet. The Overlord is zoned away by those Stalkers. And here we go. We're moving out with 5 Phoenixes. We have a 6th Phoenix on the way behind this. And there's our transition. It is going to be a Twilight Council and a Forge. So no rush into DTs. No Fleet Beacon for Skytoss.
Very interesting. So it looks like it is just going to be these few Phoenix and standard play behind that, but Overlord is not able to go down. These Queens are well positioned between these 2 bases, so Phoenix not getting any damage at all yet. This is just kind of more that Roddy style of a few Phoenix here and there just to harass the drones and nothing too much else.
Yeah, I wonder if he does this often because Wayne, it was really smart of him to pull back his Overlords, right? Because of that, he hasn't lost anything. He's going to be losing drones though, so at least Krystianer is getting some value here, getting 6 workers in total.
6 workers go down, but I think for the amount of investment into Phoenix and not really paying for itself just yet. So I'm liking Wayne's position. At the same time, though, this does afford a lot of map control to Krystianer. Whatever he's doing behind this is going to be a bit of a mystery to Wayne.
Okay, exactly. As we have that blink and +1 on the way. Phoenixes do head in towards that 3rd base as well. So far, haven't gotten too much done yet, though, and Wayne is able to get his 4th base on the way.
Yeah, I do kind of like that as well about going for blink and +1 behind this, is that it is not necessarily what you're going to be expecting behind 2-gate Phoenix, but we do get a full scout from Wayne here.
We do get a full scout up, so he's fully aware of what's going on. He does get eyes on the gases as well, so he can piece together that it is going to be a standard follow-up. As you mentioned, like, I feel like from double Stargate Phoenix, like, a Fleet Beacon would make a lot of sense, right? Like, Skytoss would make plenty of sense here from the Protoss player, so it is wise here. It is important that Wayne gets a read on what exactly is happening afterwards.
Sure, yeah, as we do have that Templar Archives as well. There's a few extra gates going down. Nice early 4th on top of that, and he's just continuing to be very annoying with these Phoenix here.
Yeah, exactly. He's catching even more transferring workers. He catches a Queen. Across the map, 2 probes go down, so at least Wayne is able to do some counter damage. And my god, he's rushing into a Hydra Den and a Lunker Den.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess there's no way for Krystianer to really have an answer for this right now. He is pretty far behind where he would normally be in terms of the Gateway Army, so this is really cool, actually, as a response.
Yeah, but is Wayne a little bit vulnerable at the moment? The Roaches are out of position. Queens are going down. They cannot transfuse each other. They managed to bring down one of those Phoenixes, at least, and the Stalkers will be able to evacuate. Wayne may commit to a counterattack.
Yeah, 2nd Phoenix does go down, but all of these Queens are going to be getting taken out, almost all, as those last couple of Phoenix going to be heading back to help deal with the Roaches, and it looks like Wayne will respect that.
Yeah, exactly. He does pull back here. It looks like he does want to wait until he gets into his more ideal army composition of Hydras and Lurkers. He's just taking a more defensive stance instead, and Krystianer, he hasn't quite been able to do the damage that he was looking for. Does have at least a 4th base up and running, but, you know, he's still trying to be active with these Stalkers, still trying to pick off whatever he can.
Right behind this as well, Krystianer going up into 8 gas, so it looks like he is looking to play a pretty tech-heavy style from here. We are going to be having these Stalkers dragging back into that stasis trap there, but okay, yeah, behind this, going to be going for Storm as the next answer, so I like these Lurkers even more now.
Exactly, right? There are no Disruptors, there are no Immortals, there's no Skytoss either. Once Krystianer is able to get a read on these Lurkers, we should be seeing a Fleet Beacon. That would make the most sense in this position, but so far, unscattered.
Yeah, that's right. It kind of looks like Krystianer is preparing for more of a standard Ling Bane style with that +2 Bane that we normally see coming out from Protoss. So these Lurkers, I do feel like are definitely going to be coming as a surprise for him.
Yeah, I mean, the Hydras have just been revealed immediately, and a Robo is thrown down here for Krystianer. Is it going to be done in time? Can he get into a more robust army here as the Lurkers are on the way? And again, the Lurkers themselves haven't been scouted. Krystianer, he doesn't know just how far ahead tech-wise Wayne is.
Yeah, Wayne just hiding these lurkers, continuing to just push the Protoss back off creep, keeping him well away from the bases. We do have the lurkers and Storm both being revealed. Just layer tech lurkers for now.
Yeah, we do have Seismic Spines on the way behind this. Tower is going to be knocked down as well to just free up and open up this gold base. Revelation will reveal some of these lurkers. It looks like 2 of them will get picked up.
Nice, yeah, I love the use of the Phoenix here to pick up those lurkers. That does take out a lot of the sting of this army. Every single lurker has gone down here, so Wayne actually in quite a bit of trouble.
Yeah, only 3 lurkers, by the way, just not enough to really hold on, and now suddenly Krystianer, he has some momentum.
Very aggressive blink coming out from Krystianer. He does have to be careful. A lot of these stalkers are battered and bruised, and we don't have that many shields here on those units, but we do still have quite a few storms in the bank.
Yeah, and those storms are going to be able to zone away the Hydras. It looks like Wayne is trying to focus on that. Archons are being forced in. We don't have any storms left.
Yeah, charges here, Zealots are here as well. Unfortunately, they move commands through the army. Bit of a misclick coming out from Krystianer. He does have to be careful not to throw away these stalkers or anything like that, as we do have a few more lurkers being morphed in. It feels like Wayne definitely getting the better of these interactions here, and Krystianer has to be very careful. There's not too much backbone to his army tech-wise.
Yeah, exactly. But at least the hatchery went down. You can see Krystianer with these reinforcements. He's collapsing on these roaches, collapsing on the Hydras off of creep. By the way, the lurkers have arrived. Do we have detection? Oh, we don't.
Don't have detection. We do have the pickups though, but the Stalker's very aggressive blink on top of where the lurkers were. Maybe a little bit of a misplay coming out there from Krystianer. He will be punished for it, but a lot of roaches going down regardless. It's still pretty tight between these two players.
It is tight, but still no detection, no answer. We have an observer just now coming out. We're still committed to Archons and Stalkers, but Wayne, he does survive. He does hold on. Krystianer has a pretty hefty economy behind this, but Wayne, that lurker count is getting higher and higher, and now he does have his hive upgrades.
Yeah, a lot of Archons here, which I think against the Lurkers and the Hydras not going to be able to be too effective. 12 Zealots being warped in at a time as well as those Immortals. Once the Immortal count does get up a little bit higher, I think Krystianer is going to be feeling more comfortable. But for now, looks like Wayne just trying to establish the goal base.
Yeah, exactly. As we do see Krystianer trying to get on top of these Lurkers. The Lurkers are exposed, by the way. They're going down one after the other. Every Lurker is going to go down.
Yeah, Lurkers go down. Archons go down as well, though. The Hydra's doing a really good job DPSing down those Archons, but the Zealots are going to be the real problem here for Wayne. He has to be very careful, and he does have more Lurkers at least.
He does. 2, 3 more Lurkers have barely finished up here for Wayne. Is pushing on forward. As he edges closer towards his 4th base, Krystianer is getting ready for a surround. He's getting ready to come in from behind. There is a Viper, though, to help deal with this. He does yoink an Archon.
Very nice. Archon goes down. If we get a little bit more energy, we can possibly take down the Immortal as well. But big surround coming out from these Zealots is going to negate some of the strength of these Lurkers.
There we go. The Lurkers get reset once again. The Observers coming in clutch, and Krystianer cleans up a very expensive army. Some of these Hydras will escape, but Krystianer has been trading so efficiently. Finally, a 5th base is going to get up and running, and these losses, they've been quite expensive here for Wayne.
Yeah, such a back and forth game, but I feel like if Wayne continues to be kept off a 5th, he is going to be in some serious trouble here. We do have that +3 finishing up for Krystianer. He is going to be going into armor upgrades now as well. Just having a look at the upgrades here for the Zerg as well. It's just the +2 attack, so I feel like he is starting to fall behind in that regard.
He is. As you mentioned, it is a really important detail that Wayne is still stuck on 4 bases, still doesn't have a 5th base, and I was waiting for the transition. It is a little bit late, but it's there nonetheless. Krystianer, he has breathing room, and he does get a fleet beacon and 2 more Stargates. Sky Toss is upon us.
Yeah, 4 Stargates is really scary because he can just continue to put on this kind of pressure. He doesn't really have to start making the carriers straight away. When he does have a bit of a bank and a bit more wiggle room is when he can very suddenly go into that carrier transition.
Yeah, at the same time, a bit of a Lurker run by here is going to be disrupting the mining. Meanwhile, Krystianer, he pushes out, he doesn't find any damage. The Lurker wall is just a little bit too good here. So far a good moment for Wayne. He does hold on. But Wayne, now it's on him to scout what's going on. He doesn't know that carriers are on the way. He doesn't have a Spire. Hydra Lurker Viper is okay, but he is focusing a lot on Lurker production. He's morphing in a lot of his Hydras into these Lurkers, so he doesn't have that much anti-air.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a very narrow window where Wayne is going to be able to get anything done with this army, and he's being kept on the back foot during that window.
Yeah, he has 9 Hydras. He's about to have 13. He has 4 more Hydras on the way, but as I say that, more Lurkers are being morphed in again. He is hyper-fixated on an anti-ground toss army. I don't blame him just because he hasn't seen anything else. He has no reason to start working on more Hydras and to start working on Aspire, but this may just be his downfall, as even these Zealots are getting a lot of damage done.
Yeah, Wayne really needs to pull the trigger now, but Krystianer is putting on so much pressure, is making that such a tough decision to make.
Well, the High Templar, 2 of them are going to be going down. A 3rd High Templar, high energy High Templar goes down as well. Really good target firing out of Wayne, and you mentioned he has a window, he has an opportunity, he could go for it.
Yeah, Krystianer just not letting him do that. He is going to get this army surrounded, though. I don't know if he has a recall. It looks like he's trying to run into the corner here, but he is losing so many of these high-value units.
Yeah, exactly. Krystianer is going to lose his entire army, and now he's going to be vulnerable. Wayne, he has to counterattack immediately because back at home, the carrier count we're making 4 at a time. That's going to be a lot of carriers.
Yeah, I think Wayne's in some serious trouble. He has to split up the army. Perfect timing there. Takes out that pylon before the shield battery overcharge can kick in. He really does need to cause some chaos here, especially with these carriers. They're a bit immobile, so splitting up the army is going to be quite effective.
Oh, big storms on the Lurkers. The carriers have arrived. They have to be careful to overextend. One carrier is going to be pulled back at the same time. The Roaches are also wreaking havoc on the right-hand side. They're going to be able to get a lot of probes. One carrier does get targeted down.
Yeah, carrier goes down. Second carrier in quite a bit of trouble as well. We do have the shield battery here, but that is going to go down quite quickly to these Lurkers. Looks like finally we have a battery and a cannon up, so the Roaches will be dealt with, and we can bring the attention of all of these carriers to the side here to deal with the Hydras.
Ooh, and the second carrier falls. The base is being broken. Wayne is successfully pulling Krystianer apart right now, and even though Wayne had a small window to do damage, it looks like he has successfully hit that window. As I say that, we do have some reinforcements coming in. The Lurkers are being focused down. It looks like Krystianer, he is holding.
Yeah, carriers have arrived. We do have that Immortal dishing out some serious DPS on these Hydras in the back line there. Still plenty of interceptors to deal with, but great kiting coming out from Wayne. He might be able to get on top of these carriers now.
Yeah, he's barely able to do a 3rd carrier. 4th carrier goes down, and
Oof.
Wayne, I think he has barely done it. He was able to kill 17 probes at the same time, and he has broken the army of Krystianer.
Yeah, that was looking real scary there, but with those carriers going down, with the Nexus going down as well, I think he has done enough. He receives his G, and the first game of the series will be going to Wayne.
GG, Wayne taking that first game by the skin of his teeth. He was on a timer. You mentioned it, right? I do think that the attack towards the end there from Krystianer when he moved out with his ground army, when he got surrounded, again, that was a big moment for Wayne. If that hadn't happened, then I do think that Krystianer would have been able to successfully get into Skytoss in a much more comfortable position.
Yeah, and I mean, I do really like the concept that Krystianer was going for there. Just adding all that pressure to give himself the room to go for carriers. And I feel like he was maybe 30 seconds off making that work.
Yeah, exactly. That was so close. It did feel like Krystianer was doing everything right for the most part. He was doing well, even keeping up with the unscouted Lurkers and dealing with that. But, you know, it is a fine line that you have to walk when you are taking up that heavily and transitioning into carriers, just because they take so long to make. They are a big investment as well, and unfortunately just was maybe a little bit too aggressive, just overextended a little bit too much, and then suddenly Wayne, he was able to take advantage of it.
Yeah, that's right, but we still have plenty of the series left to play, as here in the bottom right hand corner, up 1-0 newly for Starlight Twinkle, this is Wayne.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the pink Protoss player from the land of Poland, representing Team Blazer. It is Krystianer. Oh, man, that was a PvZ part.
Yeah, that was a pretty good game. It was definitely an unusual game. Definitely a good game as well, though. As I wonder if we're going to be seeing Krystianer mix it up a little bit more as well. It was quite unusual to see him going for that two-gate Phoenix, but no, it's actually going to be really cool mind games coming out here from Wayne. Shows that hatch first drone timing, throws down a pull behind this. So everything about this looks very normal. And looks like it's just going to be that extra hatch, but it's actually going to be a proxy hatch.
There we go. We have a hatch block here in the natural base of Krystianer. And how will he deal with this? He does have a gateway on the way to chrono at that first zealot. We do see him just walling off, throwing down a second gateway as well. So a big reaction here from Krystianer. I expect Wayne to expand back at home. This is just to delay the expansion, just to disrupt the economy. Wayne is going to be, macroing behind this.
There we go, and we do get the block as well. Really nice attention to detail there from Krystianer.
Oh yeah, but we do see the probe was pulled away, and Wayne does get his natural base up and running. It is on the way here for Wayne across the map. This, of course, hatchery is going to be buying Wayne a lot of time. The question is soon going to become, can Wayne survive the counter attack? And he should have enough to deal with it, but basically, Krystianer, he's going to have 2 zealots, he's going to have a bunch of adepts as well, and once he deals with this hatchery, he's going to move out across the map.
Yeah, I'm surprised actually to see the second zealot here. Krystianer here basically going for a 12 pull response, which seems like quite a heavy-handed response to me, but I guess we do have about that much of a delay on the hatch.
Yeah, exactly. As I guess he just assumed that his opponent would be a little bit more aggressive, especially with the pull first opener. So maybe just misreading a little bit or just being bamboozled in the end. The drone is going to be hunted down by the adept, and Krystianer is now going to be sending everything across the map. 2 zealots and 2 adepts as well. Wayne has to be very careful not to lose too much here. His lings are in position. If these units get out of control, then Wayne could lose a lot of drones.
Yeah, and this is not an easy attack to deal with without ling speed, so got to be pretty careful there, as we do have some extra queens coming out for Wayne. Ling speed's still quite a ways off, so he has to be quite careful with how he deals with this.
And here we go. Krystianer is going to be pushing up the ramp here in towards the natural base. Going to try to focus on whatever he can. The first drone is going to be cancelled. So far, not going to go down.
Beautiful micro coming out from Wayne. That was so well dealt with. That drone soaking up so many of the attacks and able to keep its life as well. So, yep, just going to be 2 drones in total going down.
Yeah, a little bit of mistimed second shot there towards the end. Only 2 workers in total. That could have been so much worse. So a great defense from Wayne, and now he's going to be sending everything across the map. Back at home, Krystianer going for a Stargate follow-up, but again, his expansion is so delayed. Everything here so late here for Krystianer.
Yeah, Wayne's turn to play, and he is droning heavily behind this. Gonna be nothing in the wall save for that 1 adept, but I don't think Wayne quite has enough lings to take that down.
Oof, yeah, exactly. He's not going to be able to bust through, but he doesn't need to. He can just drone from here, slowly take his 3rd base and get into a longer game. Oh, Krystianer going for a very fast Twilight Council.
Interesting. Yeah, this kind of screams glaives to me at this point.
Yeah, this should be glaive adepts. 2 more gateways are thrown down, so 4 gate glaive adepts does make plenty of sense. Wayne is in the dark, and it does make a lot of sense here just because the pressure is on Krystianer to make something happen, to recover from his losses or from his delays early on. And there it is. There's the glaives.
Okay, the Stalker and that Oracle. Just going to be clearing out the vision, giving a little bit of extra room there. We don't see a Robo yet, so looks like this isn't going to be reinforced by a Warp Prism at this point.
Yeah, we're going to be warping him back at home and just setting everything across the map. We are on Dragon Scale, so not the longest rushes by ground, but we'll see if he can keep up the momentum as the Adepts have arrived across the map, and they'll be threatening a shade into that natural base. Just getting a read on the droning, as Wayne doesn't have a Roach Warren, by the way. He's only going to be defending with Lings. He's going for Hydras.
A lot of Lings do get forced out, but Hydra is coming out as well, so I do feel like this isn't fantastic against Adepts, but if it's just a 4-gate commitment, there might not really be enough to get into that kind of critical mass where Hydras are going to be countered.
True, right? It's like, I do feel like 2-base 6-gate glaive adept may just kill Wayne, but because it's only 4 gateways, then he may be having a chance here to survive. So far, the adepts are just banking up back at home. We're waiting for glaives to kick on in, and with this next wave of adepts, Krystianer, he's moving out.
Yeah, okay, it's going to be very interesting. If Krystianer does fully commit to this, especially if Wayne is able to hide his units and force the commitment to the shade, I do think the counterattack can be deadly. This kind of feels like it comes down to whoever wants to play more defensive here.
Yeah, we'll see who it's going to be, as the Adepts are going to be taking control of the third base. They will commit to the shade. They do dive in to that natural way. So the Hydras are coming up. The Lings are going down.
Every Ling just gets completely melted there, but the Hydras continuing to rain down from above as these Adepts getting once again on top of the drones. They will be starting to focus down the Hydras, and I do worry for Wayne here that he is taking a little bit too much damage to this.
Yeah, a lot of damage was done. We commit once again. The Lings will eventually clean this up, but these have been efficient trades for Krystianer. Back at home, he's getting ready for that counterattack as well. The third base is getting up and running. We are just warping in more depths.
Yeah, and Wayne down to 35 drones, so he is forced all in from here.
Yeah, just a devastating worker count, and with a low worker count, I mean, Hydras are expensive gas-wise. You can't really afford too many of them, and he's droning behind this, so Wayne wants to try to recover, but it's a rough position to recover from.
Oracle does go down. Doesn't quite get the revelation on the lava either, so it does look like we're going to be in the dark here, Krystianer is, but he's going for wave number 2 here, and Wayne is droning.
Wayne, he doesn't have an army. He has a handful of Lings, a handful of Hydras. He is not ready for a second wave. He's been droning heavily behind this, and the Adepts don't commit to the shade. They are heading towards the third base instead. A good Evo block here, but the Evo is going to be brought down, and more mining is being denied.
Yeah, nice drone tricks again coming out from Wayne, but looks like Krystianer can just cancel this and is going to be committing to the fight on the Queens here. Some Lings coming in to help reinforce, but these Adepts taking a very good fight here.
Yeah, exactly. And even just maintaining control of the third base is good enough. Just denying so much mining, keeping Wayne on a 2-base economy as he finally musters up a large enough army to force Krystianer back.
Ling's going to get melted here. Krystianer does complete the shade, get on out of there, as well as forcing out so many extra units from Wayne here. Behind this, going into his 4th Nexus. So if he can get that 4th Nexus up and established, he is going to be in a fantastic position to try to close out this game.
Yeah, there you go. We have that 4th base on the way. We have a Templar Archives as well to eventually transition out of this into Archons. We already have Zealots being morphed in here back at home, waiting for any kind of big counterattack. The Adepts are finally going to get cleaned up, but not without getting even more drones.
Okay, and Wayne again going to be going for very early lurker down on 3 bases.
Dark, is that you? It makes sense, just because Wayne is behind. Lurkers are a good way to survive if he can get there, but the Lurker Den is still on the way, and the Zealots are here already in his face.
Mass charge loads running on in for Krystianer. Wayne is right up against the wall. Not the most efficient fight for the Zealots here. Actually, a very bad fight for the Zealots here. There's a few more of them being split off to the left to take it down that third.
Ooh, the whole position on the drones as Wayne does hold on. He does survive. He will lose 7 drones, though, in the process, and that may just be worth it here for his opponents. Krystianer, he doesn't just get economic damage done. He also gets eyes on the Lurker Den as well.
Yeah, Scouts' lurkers will know that that's on the way, and as a result, he's just continuing to commit to this attack, but he does have to be careful. He wants to go for a critical mass here of Zealots without just bleeding them off.
Yeah, he needs to bank up. We do have another wave on the way. He has to be careful not to just trickle in too little at a time, as he's being a little bit wasteful.
First lurkers being morphed in, I'm honestly a little bit surprised to see that, especially with so many Zealots and the Zealots coming in from so many different angles. I feel like these are not going to be the most effective.
Yeah, we have detection as well. The Lurkers, they're not even going to finish here as Krystianer is coming in for the kill move at this point. He knows how far ahead he is. He knows how desperate Wayne is at the moment, as the Lurkers will not finish, and he's getting on top of the Hydras once again. Good kiting, though, out of Wayne.
Yeah, really good micro coming out from Wayne, but a very aggressive repositioning of the War Prism is going to be adding up more Zealots here right on top. These Zealots just zoning these Hydras away from defending the third.
Yeah, and we can see here the third base is under threat. 8 more drones will go down, and again, even though Wayne holds on, even though he survives, he's still just crippled when it comes to his economy. More Lurkers are being morphed in, but we just can't afford too many of them.
Yeah, and behind this Krystianer, he's getting that fourth up and running. He is starting to probe that as well. He has fully probed that. He's in a very comfortable place economically with Immortals and Archons being made back at home, and he is just so far ahead in the probe count.
Yeah, exactly. You know, Ling Hydra is a great composition to make use of, but again, we saw Glaveadeps just cripple Wayne early on, and he's going to be able to shut down the... he's going to be able to force back the Prism at least, and he's holding on to his 3 bases, but it is an uphill battle here for Wayne. And as amazing as Lunkers are, that's Lunkers with an S. And right now, we only have well, we have 2 Lunkers. We have 2.
We do have 2, but at the same time, as more get morphed in, we have double Robo this time for Krystianer. I mean, Krystianer before was able to hold basically, or push back the Lurkers, basically with mass gateway units. This time with double Robo or Mortal, it's going to be even easier to deal with these Lurkers.
Yeah, it really will be, as here we go. We have Krystianer pushing on forward. He has detection. The first Lurker will go down. We have 1 more behind this. The hatchery itself will be targeted down, and now Wayne is knocked down to 2 bases.
Yeah.
GG gets called. We have a series as Krystianer takes game number 2.
GG, Krystianer fighting back in this series. He is going to make this a very interesting best of 5, and that was kind of a fascinating game anyway. Yeah, it felt like Wayne was in a good position. I can't really see how that would have gone too much better with defending the 2-gate response of Krystianer so effectively.
Yeah, it is just a shame that he wasn't able to get a read on the Glaveadep follow-up, right? And he happened to be going for Ling Hydra, which is vulnerable to Adepts. Like, we've seen that before with Miyamika. We've seen him struggle against Glaveadeps before with his own style. And yeah, Adepts, they trade so well against that. And we saw eventually Krystianer snowball out of control, and he was able to redeem himself after game 1. Again, game 1 was so close and so back and forth. I can imagine Krystianer being frustrated after game 1, but he was able to bring it back here in game 2.
Yeah, that's right. So here we go. Game 3 going to be on Grassfan, and I think we are going to be seeing a bit more of a standard game from these 2 players on this map.
Oh, late game?
Maybe not late game, but let's say like a 16-minute game.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll see what kind of direction we go in. We could even see that more defensive style, you know, get up to 3-4 bases from the Protoss, get into that death ball of an army like we saw previously today. It's possible.
Yeah, it certainly is, but here we go, spawning in the top left-hand corner of the map. Probably not wanting it to go quite that long. It is for Starlight Twinkle. Wayne.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the pink Polish Protoss player representing Team Blazer. It is Krystianer. Here we go, and this time, Wayne, is going to go for a 15 hatch.
Okay, so doesn't want to get blocked again. Definitely fair. Doesn't want to play against Glaives again either.
Makes plenty of sense. This time, Krystianer won't have to deal with any kind of pesky drone in his main base. Isn't going to be harassing him. So yeah, we have a more standard setup here. Obviously, Wayne did go for a faster base, and he does it twice.
You.
Dirty. Oh god, did you ever do that when you off-raced? Like,
I tried to, definitely. I tried to block the pool.
Yeah, mate. If the pool is ever blocked, that is the most frustrating thing because they notice it and then they're on top of that drone. You're an animal, Poppy. You're an animal. Oh my god.
Even just delaying it by like half a second, like,
yeah.
You know that you're in their head.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. It's even worse than killing the first tumor, to be honest. Like, mentally, it's over.
Mentally, okay.
Yeah. Oh god. So Krystianer are going to be winning the mental battle in the early game. Hopefully Wayne can recover here, as it doesn't really disrupt him too much, but again, just is very annoying, especially considering he pulled 2 drones and he was denied his gas twice as well. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was a very cheeky move coming out there, but either way, he is going to be able to get into his standard Stargate. It is going to be a 3-hatch as well from the Zerg, so nothing too strange. We've seen Krystianer has been very comfortable in most of his games, just kind of playing this decision tree off the back of Stargate.
Definitely. Has been the suck standard hit for Krystianer. He's going to commit to it. Meanwhile, as we get into game number 2, a shout out to the lovely people in the chat. A shout out to Probe for giving us a big raid. Thank you so much. Hope you had a great stream. Hope you had a great time ladder session, or maybe, you know, enjoying some other aspects of the game. Thank you so much. It's been a while. It's great to see you streaming again. Thank you for the raid.
Yeah, so Probe's been going pretty hard on the YouTube lately, but didn't realize he was streaming again too, so that's exciting.
It's really cool to see. Of course, Probe is also from our region. We're all Aussies here. For those that are tuning in, this is the grand finals of the Sparkling Tuna Cup. It's a best of 5 between Wayne and Krystianer. We are tied up 1-1, and we will have a longer series from here. We are just here in the beginnings here of Gressvan.
Yeah, that's right. Krystianer once again going to be aggressive with these first 2 adepts. We've seen him quite a few times tonight getting a lot of damage with this, but looks like Wayne, with the creep spread that he's able to get so far, isn't going to let these get too much done.
Yeah, exactly. So far, good positioning. Good positioning overall. We have a second Stargate on the way. This is not the first time we've seen this series. Last time we saw this, we got into double Phoenix production, and it is happening again.
Yeah, double Phoenix once again from Krystianer, so must be something about the games that these guys have played before that makes him want to play this kind of style against Wayne, but we saw in that first game he had reasonable success with it. Wayne was able to still scout what was going on.
Yeah, exactly. The Phoenixes didn't get out of control. They did provide Krystianer quite a lot of map control, and he was able to force back the Overlords. He got a couple of Queens here and there, but it didn't really get game-ending damage or crippling damage that we really expected it to. We'll see if maybe this time he has more success. We'll see if this time he's able to catch Wayne unawares.
Yeah, I do wonder as well if Krystianer has some different ways to play off this as well. I do feel like with these with the 2-gate Phoenix clearing out all of the vision, there's probably some interesting mind games he can play. I mean, last time he just went for that standard Blink +1 that we often see with Stalkers, then into Zealots later on with a higher eco style, but I'd really love to see the DTs.
I like that that's where you went with it. I was like, oh, Sky toss Poppy. But yeah, DTs is another one. Yeah, I think we kind of spoke about it before as, he's doubling down. If you remember, last time he went up to 5, maybe 6 Phoenixes. He's making even more this time, and I like the idea of going for a similar build, but like adjusting it in a series, right? To try to fake out your opponent into believing that it's the same thing again.
Yeah, and okay, it's just gonna be Twilight Forges again, but to be fair as well, I don't think this would be a good map to go into Skytoss, just because it is so large and wide, which can kind of leave you a little bit open to multi-prong attacks where the immobility of carriers can be annoying. Also, we do see, I remember Reyna quite a lot on this map was doing kind of roach queen drops to abuse how open the natural and third is.
Exactly. That's why, like, we do see Skytoss a lot on this map, but it's usually not a rush into Skytoss. We get there over time, you know, once the bases are established, of course. As the Phoenixes do dive in, 3 workers go down. So far, the Phoenixes will survive. They get a queen as well, and they're not done. Oh, there's no spore in the main.
Yeah, getting a queen, getting a lot of drones here. These have been a lot more successful than in the first game. A lot more successful. 11 drones in total going down.
Yeah, at the same time, we have a massive link counterattack where we have Adepts, we have a shield battery, we have an Oracle back at home to defend. Wayne gets no damage done. He's even supply blocked back at home as these Phoenixes are still looking for more damage. Looking at the Unisource tab, we haven't lost a single Phoenix yet.
Yeah, and this commitment into Lynx certainly makes things a little bit worse here for Wayne. On top of taking all that eco damage, kind of done eco damage to himself as well by going for so many, but I do wonder if there's enough here for Krystianer to deal with. This is a lot of Lynx.
It really is, and as you touch on that, these are Lings that could have been drones, right? This could have been a better economy for Wayne, and these are Lings that just haven't done any damage whatsoever, so dead supply here for Wayne. Meanwhile, across the map, the Phoenixes, they're not done. They're looking for even more drone kills.
Yeah, more damage coming in. Very nice micro coming out from Krystianer, just stacking up those Phoenix, trying to expose them as little as he can to the Spore Crawler, and he does scout out the extra base as well. Wayne is going to continue to try to put on pressure with these Lings, but I feel like, yeah, the Sim City, the Archon's on the way, just isn't really an opening for him.
Yeah, he's not finding anything here. He can maybe try to deny this fourth base, but the Oracles are in position, the army as well. The Archons are done at this point, and Krystianer, he successfully defends, he successfully attacks. He still hasn't lost the Phoenix, by the way. It looks like maybe finally, no, he still keeps everything alive.
Yeah, I think Wayne actually target fired that low Phoenix there with the Spore, but he doesn't get it behind this fourth coming up for the Protoss. We have Blink and +1 finishing up pretty soon as well. And Wayne taking a bit of a different approach. If you remember in that first game, he did go for a very fast Lurker Den, played into Lair Tech Lurkers for a little while, just to try to stabilize, make take an advantage of the lack of gateway units for Krystianer. But this time, bit more standard play. He has +2 attack, Bane speed, Roaches all finishing up now.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I wouldn't be opposed to rushing into Lurkers again, but it may just be a little bit too played out already in this series. And Krystianer, he's already in his face. We don't have the room, the breathing room to really tech up even further. We have to rely on Ling Bane, Roach Ravager instead. And to be fair, Wayne does have a pretty hefty ground army. Oof.
Oh. Interesting recall.
He keeps everything alive. He's going to take a more defensive position. Wayne is setting up a big counterattack here. Stasis traps are being set up as well. One of them does get triggered. Both of them get triggered.
Yeah, both of these Stasis traps going to be triggered. He should be able to see that third one going down as well, but Wayne would love to get the deny here. He is just, yeah, trying to set off that Stasis trap. He does. The Banelings get on top of the Zealots as well. These Archons are going to be a serious problem, though. Can he get rid of those with the Roaches?
Yeah, big Baneling connections on those Zealots. It looks like Wayne is going to overwhelm the ground army. The Phoenixes are doing what they can, picking up whatever they can here when it comes to the Roaches and Ravagers, but the Lings bust in and the mineral line is going to go down.
Yeah, the Immortal doing good work in the back there, but only one Immortal. And Wayne, he finds his timing to punish the greed of this Phoenix player and gets the win for the third map.
GG. No shield batteries, no overcharge. As we saw, there just wasn't enough to protect those high-tech units here from the Ling Bane. A very crisp timing from Wayne, able to execute it, and able to kill Krystianer before he really got too out of control.
Yeah, just syncing up the +2, the Bane speed, the Roach swell all at the same time. And that was just very well done overall. I feel like that was a lot more effective than the Lurker play against that Phoenix opening, even though the Phoenix opening actually got a lot more damage this time.
Yeah, exactly. Like, Krystianer, he was popping off, mate. He was getting queens, drones, denying the Ling counterattack as well. It felt like Krystianer was doing everything well, just wasn't set up here for that big committed attack from Wayne. He just wasn't able to defend quite well against, or quite well enough against it.
Yeah, that's right. And with that, Wayne is going to have 2 match points now to try to be the champion here at the Sparkling Tuna Cup.
Exactly. Well, no mas, papi. One more is all that Wayne needs. Krystianer, he needs to fight back here and now to force the ace match.
All right, we're jumping straight on into it. It is going to be Babylon for our 4th map, so not going to be expecting too many shenanigans. This is a pretty sound defensible map. Sound defensive. Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah, safe and sound. You know, it's very defensive. Yeah.
Sure. Why not?
I mean, the Rush Resistance Bike round is very short here. We have seen a lot of Roach all-ins, or a lot of Roach Queen all-ins in this matchup. It's possible that we may want to end it early as the Zerg player, but before we get too ahead of ourselves, in the top left-hand corner, he's up against the wall. He's down in this series. Can he bring it back? The Polish Protoss player for Team Blazer. It is Krystianer.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, looking to close this one out. For Starlight Twinkle, this is Wayne.
He's doing it again.
Yeah. Let's see what the idea is. This is a much earlier drone this time. He isn't faking that he's trying to take his natural with it, I don't believe. Yeah, it is just going to be the block once more. Yeah. I wonder what he thinks that he just needs to change to make that work.
Yeah, I mean, it is going to be a much earlier hatchery here. Is going to be once again looking to delay Krystianer. And Wayne, ooh, going for a hatch gas pool opener. Much faster gas this time from Wayne.
Okay, yeah, gas coming down first before the pool. Looks all standard here still, and it is going to be that 2-gate response coming out once again from Krystianer. So maybe Wayne just doesn't believe in this response of Krystianer, and he thinks that if he can force this out of him, he's just going to be in a better game state. I kind of feel like that's where he's going with this.
Yeah, I mean, we spoke about it on Dragon Scales when he did this last time, right? And Wayne was looking pretty good after the early game, right? Like, he was ahead at that point. It was just the glaive up follow-up that really did cripple him. So maybe he just believes that he has to tighten things up here to make this really worth his while.
And Zealot going to be putting a bit of damage on this hatch. Second Zealot once again for Krystianer. So it is going to be that 12-pull response again. It's very interesting to me, actually, how this works. But first few Lings going to be coming out for the Zerg here just to clear out that probe that was blocking his natural. And I wonder if we are going to be seeing a faster third hatch this time around.
Yeah, we'll see what Wayne or how he responds, how he adapts here as well. These Zealots are going to be zoning away that drone. Adepts are on the way, and as you mentioned, with these 2 Zealots, with these 2 Adepts, we should be moving out across the map. Wayne does keep that drone alive, so we could try to be a little bit cheeky with it if we see an opportunity.
Yeah, we are seeing something different after all. It's going to be a very early Bane nest.
Let's go. A Bane bus is on the way from Wayne. He tries to delay the gas guys, but he's going to be zoned away. Ling's going to be going the long way around here towards the left-hand side. And what's dangerous is that Krystianer should be moving out soon, right? He should be looking to be active with this army. He's going to be exposing himself, and he won't quite have a solid defense back at home.
Yeah, I guess Krystianer recognizing as well that those Lings did get made this time. I don't believe that the Lings were made as early last time, so he leaves those Zealots at home just to secure the wall. It's going to be very important for Wayne that he denies the scouting here and meets these Adepts nice and early.
Yeah, exactly. And here we go. The Adepts are now moving out. There are Lings in position. Ling speed is about to kick in. Now we know why he did prioritize his gas to go for the gas guys before that spawning pool. And so far, he doesn't commit to the shade. The Adepts do survive, but Baneling's going to be morphed in across the map.
Yeah, no scout. And I love this Banebuster response because Krystianer definitely has shown that he will cut those corners. There's just not really that much reason for him to get a Stalker and a Battery when he's the one putting the pressure on. But, a full wall from Krystianer. He's put it together somehow.
Yeah, I mean, Link's speed was a big tell. I mean, it's so fast already here for the Zerg player. So something is wrong, something is amiss. And he's getting ready here for the defense. Baneling's going to be waddling in. Are there enough Banelings to focus down that Cyber Core?
Yeah, Baneling's going to be going straight through the middle, just putting a bit of damage on all of these buildings, and then the Lings here can try to finish that off, but Krystianer going to be re-walling here, so I do think that maybe this isn't the right gateway to be focusing, though.
I mean, this gateway is going to fall, but the Oracle comes out, focuses down the Banelings as well, and it looks like we have a hold. GG gets called. We are going to the ace match.
GG, we're seeing the 2 Stargate Phoenix not working out for Krystianer and the proxy hatch not working out for Wayne. So what is game 5 going to bring?
Here we go. We're going all the way to the final game, to game 5. How will this all end? Oh boy, we're going the distance here. We're going the distance in the grand finals of the Sparkling Tuna Cup number 36. And yeah, I'm excited as well, right? We've been seeing our players fall back on what's been working for them, and when they retry it, having a little bit less success.
Yeah, both of them coming out with some really interesting offbeat ideas, but I feel like for game 5 here, we're just going to be seeing the A game from both players. Maybe something that we haven't seen before here.
Oh yeah, it is possible that we see something a little bit different. I mean, we have gold bases.
True.
We could see gold bases once again. It is possible, as yeah, Royal Blood is going to be the final game of our finals.
Okay, and here we go, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of the map. Not getting too much success with the proxy hatches, but doing very well in the longer games. This is for Starlight Twinkle, Wayne.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the pink Polish Protoss player representing Team Blazer. It is Krystianer. Here we go, and we went the distance. I'm so happy that we have an ace match here between these two players. They clearly have shown us that they are, of course, the best of the best that we have to offer here in this tournament, and regardless of how this goes, I hope that they're satisfied with how they've played, with their performances, and we'll see how it all ends, how it all concludes.
Drone's not going to the gold.
Oh,
Not going to be blocking the hatch either.
Smooch.
Looking good so far for the Zerg.
He hasn't lost his mind, Papi. True.
No.
So, hatch gas pull here from Wayne. So standard opener this time, which I think, as you mentioned, is probably a good thing. Just needs to calm down a little bit here, get into a more standard game. And I guess, yeah, our eyes are going to be on Krystianer. Do you think double Stargate Phoenix again?
No, sure. Not on this map, surely.
Fair enough. We'll see. So far, just a gate expand. So again, standard opener here from Krystianer as well. Nothing is too crazy. Nothing too out of the norm in the finale in Game 5.
The only thing that's crazy is you.
I am crazy. Yeah.
Like a fox.
Loco.
Un poco loco.
Oh, God. I kind of want you to fill me in on what's been happening in sex education. I've never heard of this show before. I have no idea what it is.
It's characters that you don't know having disagreements with each other. Well, the plot, it's kind of I'm on season 3 now. I watched the first 2 seasons a while ago.
Okay.
I'm just getting back into it, but the plot for season 1 was there's these kids at school and they notice that like all the kids at school are having like these weird problems, so they start up a clinic in their school where they're like sex therapists for the students.
Okay, I was
for
about
their
to
fellow students.
Okay, the therapists. There you go.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Are you
Then
learning?
drama ensues.
Are you learning how to be a sex therapist, Asher?
Yes. No, I would not want to do that. Oh my god. It's such a awkward job. Like, can you imagine some of the things that would happen? And you cannot laugh.
I mean, after like, I would think that after like a year of doing it, like you become a little bit like desensitized, right? Like you've heard it all, Bobby. You've heard it all.
I wonder if you're like allowed to tell the stories anonymously, because they would make good stories.
Oh god. Not like this. As a couple of attempts do shade on in. So far, no crazy damage. One drone goes down. We force a spore, but for the most part, Wayne does handle it quite nicely. Oracle does dive into the third base. Oh, no spore, and the Queen was a little bit out of position, so we're going to get a couple more drones.
Yeah, good damage for the Oracle. Krystianer setting a good tempo here, but with that second Queen in position, it actually takes a lot of hull damage this early on, and the Link's going to be getting their own counter damage across the map. This probe is in trouble, and with not much energy left on that Oracle, it feels like Wayne is regaining control of the pace of this game.
Here we go. He does force Krystianer back home. He does just buy himself a little bit of breathing room here as Krystianer is going for a triple Oracle opener into his follow-up, which should be a Twilight Council and a Forge. But as you mentioned, he's at least able to, settle himself back in. The Queens are getting back in position. Spores are being set up as well in the natural. And yeah, Wayne, he should be able to stabilize from here. As I say that, the Oracle comes back in.
Yeah, Oracle dipping back on in is going to take quite a few shots from that spore there. And once again, Oracle battered and bruised. So Krystianer really getting the most that he can out of these, but not quite sure if there's enough drone damage yet to say that he's ahead. Wayne is playing very standard behind this, though.
Yeah, very standard stuff. We do have a Roach Warren on the way at around the 5. Oh, this was a sub 5 minutes, so a little bit of a faster Roach Warren here from Wayne, but nothing too crazy for the time being. Lair is on the way as well. The Oracle's going to be diving in towards that triangular third base, but Wayne is in position to zone them away. Adepts also shade in, but the Lings are here to deny them. Up.
Yeah, a couple drones going to be going down here, but we do have, for the most part, everything being deflected. Just going to be Blinken +1 coming out from the Protoss, so very standard stuff. And yeah, like we were kind of expecting, not going to be seeing that 2 Stargate Phoenix, not going to be seeing proxy hatches. We've come to the business end here. Both these players, they want to win. They want to be the Sparkling Tuna Cup at champion, so they are going to be bringing their A game to Game 5.
They want to be the Sparkling Tuna.
Yeah, like Ryung.
Exactly, just like Ryung, Bobby, just like Ryung. So, as you mentioned, nothing too fancy this time here. Everyone is just putting on their best serious face in game number 5, and so far we have had a bit of a back and forth here. Like, Krystianer has done a great job dealing economic damage. If you look at the units lost tab, he has gotten 11 drone kills over the course of this game, which is enough to really just temper Wayne and keep him at bay. What I find interesting is that we didn't go into +1 melee, we have +1 range instead, so Wayne instead is going for a very roach heavy composition.
They want to sparkle, they want to be impossibly fast. They never age. They play baseball with their family. Supermassive black hole players.
What do they say? I have desires that are unnatural. Is that what they...
No.
Is that not what they say?
It isn't.
Okay.
You're hearing what you want to hear.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's watch that version.
You got
of
your
Twilight.
movies mixed up. Yeah, we can watch that movie.
God. Hashtag Team Jacob. As the Stalkers are going to be moving out here on the right-hand side, the creep is receding, and it looks like we may even force a cancel on the 4th. Oh.
Another cancel on the 4th. Krystianer's playing this so well. Another quick cancel coming out from Wayne, though, so doesn't get the kill there. Pretty slick stuff from both players.
Oh, at the same time, a Link counterattack is going to hit the 4th base. Nothing to a position, but only one probe goes down. Oracle is able to react in time, and Krystianer does keep his 4th base up and running. He now has a pretty solid lead, a scary lead in the economy here compared to Wayne.
Yeah, very standard play coming out from both of these players, but Krystianer is playing this extremely well.
Big stasis trap will go off, and suddenly Krystianer, he can take a fight, he can force this back, and he can look to deny the 4th base for, what is this, a 4th or 5th time?
Yeah, Queen's in trouble. Looks like 2 of those going to be going down. We see a good amount of damage coming down on the roaches as well. That stasis trap is going to be finishing up soon, but these oracles can now look to peek in, maybe catch some transferring drones.
Exactly. At the same time, a Link counterattack. Hydras have arrived. We are going Roach Hydra here for Wayne. He's going to be able to zone away those oracles. He gets a couple of worker kills, nothing too crazy, and he is rushing into a lurker den. I do think this is a wise choice, very similar to the last time we saw this. I do think that Wayne, he needs time to recover, and if he gets into those lurkers, he will have that time.
Yeah, surprised to see Roach Hydra, but it looks like it is going to be going into that reasonably early lurker den here for Wayne. So he has shown that he is pretty comfortable playing lurkers against Protoss in general, with that hive on the way now as well. He's just going to be looking to defend until he can get a good lurker count.
Yeah, again, like, he's down in the economy, he's down in the bases as well. Like, Wayne has been hurting. Lurkers are a good way to just kind of stabilize and to force a Protoss player back, but this is a much faster transition here. As he's being forced back, we do have another Ling run by, but Skytoss is already on the way.
Yeah, Krystianer recognizing what's going on here once we get into that early Skytoss. We do this time see some Infestors coming out from the Zerg here. I wonder if he's hoping just to lock these Stalkers in place and kill them with the Roach Hydra with just some random Fungals.
Yeah, I mean, Fungals can lock down Stalkers. They will stop those blinks as we do see the armies trading with each other. As you mentioned before, because we've already seen this style from Wayne on altitude, it looks like Krystianer did piece together that lurkers should be on the horizon. He does confirm the lurkers here on the left-hand side as well, so the carrier transition is a lot cleaner, a lot faster this time from Krystianer.
Yeah, that's right. And once again, same keys to victory. He just has to be really careful not to lose these Stalkers. He does snipe down an Infestor here, so nicely done there, making sure that he's keeping Wayne at home. And meanwhile, Zealot's hitting the Force at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. We can see Wayne just struggling to keep up. He is able to hold on to his bases. The lurkers have arrived. No detection is available, so Wayne is going to be able to hold on to his 4th base. But what is scary is that Wayne doesn't know what's coming up next. Until now, the Changelings, they do scout the Skytoss transition.
Yep, so it is going to be seeing that. We do see continual Hydra production coming out here, so looks like he's not really afraid to be playing lurkers into this. Is nice. Fungal does lock down some of these Stalkers. But Krystianer in general is doing a much better job of keeping this ground army alive.
Yeah, but you can see how aggressive Wayne is being. Like, he knows he's on the timer. He knows the carriers are on the way. He has to do damage here and now. He's pushing out on the right-hand side towards the left. Roaches are breaking on through. No shield battery, no overcharge, by the way. Wayne is going to get damage done.
Yeah, he did this on altitude as well. This little roach split to the side makes it so much more difficult for the carriers to deal with this attack in general, just because, I mean, carriers take so long to deal with roaches and they take so long to switch from side to side, so they're kind of forced to deal with the Hydra side.
Yeah, they really are, and here we go. The carriers are pushing on forward here. They're getting on top of some of these Hydras. Stasis Trap did catch some of the lurkers in the end, but 20 workers have gone down, an insane amount of economic damage.
Yeah, massive damage coming in. Wayne really finding his timing once again with these lurkers, and the carriers just not in high enough numbers yet to deal with this.
Exactly. At least Krystianer held on to his fourth base, but we can't say the same about the third. Wayne has a lot of momentum going his way. He's pushing in towards the natural. That is where the production is. That's where the carriers are.
Stasis Trap goes down. We do see that quite a few of these interceptors have been taken out and do continue to go down. Wayne does have to be very careful that he doesn't throw the Hydras away. But oh, he uses the Infestors as well just to help defend against the carriers. Lovely use there.
Let's go. The Microbial Shroud is thrown down, and that will preserve these Hydras. They push on forward. They're breaking on top of these carriers. Mothership has arrived. Minus 400, minus 400. We do not have detection for the Zerg, by the way.
Yeah, so he's going to have to fight that mothership there. The Prism has gone down. The Archons go down as well. These Lurkers are in a little bit of trouble, but it looks like we are going to be able to take down this third base. Get on out of there. The mothership just saving it. Not really that often do you see the invisibility of the mothership be so important, but I'm going to be saving that base.
I love that the mothership stays on the left hand side, but no,
the mothership goes down.
It gets harder down.
Oh, no.
The minus 400 is real. GG gets called, and Wayne will take down Krystianer here in Game 5, and he is this week's Sparkling Tuna Cup champion.
GG. Really high quality last game out of these players, but Wayne just a bit too strong in the macro in the end.
Oh, GG. Well played. Not just that, but honestly, really good scout as well. Like, it was the fact that he knew that carriers were on the way, he knew that the Skytos transition was upon us, that kind of lit a fire under Wayne, that let him know that he had to be as aggressive as possible, he had to be as in the face of Krystianer as possible, and he was able to break him, pull him apart, and kill him just before the Skytos really got going.
Yeah, very well played by Wayne. I feel like his... especially making that extra wave of roaches just to split the army between the two bases is so key to that attack working.
Oh yeah, exactly. So key there. And Krystianer was maybe cutting some corners. Again, he had no sack defense on the left-hand side. His Zealot Warpins weren't ideal, so he had to just like commit a little bit too much to that. I mean, it was very back and forth. And we should praise Krystianer as well. Remember, he denied the fourth base like 4 times. Like he was getting so much damage done. And I do think that it was wise of him to tech up into Skytos when he did, just because he was so far ahead at the time. But as we all know, like it takes quite a while to really get that going, and it's a really risky thing to do, to tech up in that direction and to cut corners and to, you know, go into carriers like that.
Yeah, certainly. And I mean, Wayne showed us why as well, so props to him for playing that out so well. And yeah, just the last game in particular was just a really high quality PvZ. Krystianer was doing such a good job with the Blinkstalker pressure.
Definitely. GG, well played again. Congratulations, of course, to Wayne for taking the series in the end and becoming our champion for the week. Shout out to Krystianer as well for making it all the way to the finals, for making it to the ace match as well. Was a beautiful finals that we had between these two players, and we hope to see them again in future editions, in future weeks of the Sparkling Tuna Cup. Much love to not just these two players, but to every player that signed up today.
We hope to see Battlebee again.
Yeah.
Come back. You can trust us. We won't hurt you again.
I mean, Asher can promise you that. Oh, God. GG, well played. And yeah, with that, we are going to be wrapping up for the time being. Asher, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming along with me tonight and for joining me here for Sparkling Tuna Cup. I do appreciate it. We don't get to cast as often as we used to, so I always appreciate it when you jump on. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. No worries. Always a good time.
Yeah. Thank you for educating us in.
Insects. Yeah, no worries.
Yeah. We
You're welcome.
we learn something new every time.
Anytime.
Yeah. Of course, shout out to Rufio as well. Rufus, there in the background, just chilling, napping, enjoying his life.
He looks pretty happy.
Oh god. And yeah, Asher, do you want to let us know, what's going on in the land of Asher? Are we going to see a stream one day? Obviously it doesn't have to be StarCraft, or maybe something else. What's happening?
I do want to stream. There's this game Broken Roads that comes out in November.
Oh.
It's like a Aussie version of like old school Fallout. It's like Fallout 1 and 2. But it's
Oh.
made by an Australian team, and it's going to be in Australia, in post-apocalyptic Australia.
Oh, let's go.
I definitely want to stream that when it comes out in November.
Yeah.
but
So
until then, probably not.
is it like turn-based, like hex-based? Is that what do you mean?
Yeah, same sort of thing, like the isometric
Yeah.
RPG. Yeah.
Wow, let's go. Did you play like XCOM and stuff like that back in the day as well, or?
It's not so much like XCOM. It's more focused on like the story and the RPG and decision making and stuff. But
So Baldur's Gate, kind of.
yeah, more that sort of thing. Yeah.
There you go. Fair enough. That actually sounds really cool. I love those kind of games. They're definitely my thing, my vibe. So yeah, we'll be
Tune in
fun
for the stream then.
for sure. So check out AsherBro whenever you can over on his own Twitch channel. Follow him because he won't tweet when he goes live. So you need to follow him on Twitch.
Absolutely not. Well, it's November. You don't need to worry yet.
Yeah. Outside of that, you can follow myself as well, line_VIP. I stream whenever I can throughout the week. I have been a little bit sick and unwell, so I haven't been able to stream recently, but I'll promise to bring back the streams in the next couple of days. I'll do the best that I can, just for some cheeky Zerg ladder sessions, maybe some other games as well, maybe some Diablo. I saw the other day you were like, Papi, I want a Diablo 2 and so
I want to play 4, yeah.
Fair enough. Maybe we can squeeze in some Diablo as well. We'll figure it out. So yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. For those that enjoyed this tournament, the Sparkling Tuna Cup is a bi-weekly event every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks we do host this tournament. So in 2 weeks we'll have another Sparkling Tuna Cup for you. You can support us on Matcherino or Patreon. Both do work. Both links are available in the chat if you want to support this tournament series. And we're going to be heading off for 10 minutes. Gonna be turning off the stream, gonna be resetting the delay, and we're gonna be back here with some WTL. The final day of World Team League starts in 10 minutes, and yeah, don't go anywhere because we have plenty more StarCraft going on tonight.
You have fun with that. I'm going to bed.
Let's go, Papi. Which is why I appreciate you joining me for the first cast. Okay, for the first cast. Papi.
Of course, yeah.
Wait, here on the Cranky Ducklings, we don't stop casting, Papi. We don't stop. We keep going.
Did you reach 24 hours of no casting when you were sick?
I think I did. Yeah.
Wow,
It was awful.
Incredible.
I felt empty inside. I felt like I should be doing something with myself, and I was stuck in bed. Oh no. Smirch. Outside of that, Asher, do you have anything you want to say before we head off for the night? Before we head off?
No. Always use protection.
Oh,
I want that one.
wise words. Yeah. Wise words. Yeah. Put the helmet on your head.
Yeah, you don't want more Starducks.
Something that's more modern. We don't want more Evas.
Oh, that's so mean.
Oh my god. You played Protoss today, Pap. You played Protoss. Shaking
True.
with it. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for the support. We'll see you guys in 10 minutes with some WTL action. I'll do my best to try to set everything up. We'll see you guys then. Until then, see you next time. Bye.
Ciao, ciao.